Hey guys, my name is Maggie. I have an infertility diagnosis due to premature ovarian failure. This week, I want to talk about the podcast that Paris Hilton was on, where she talks about doing IVF. I saw this a lot on Instagram and social media this week, so I listened to most of it, and just wanted to comment with my thoughts. She only talks about IVF for a few minutes. I listened to about 2/3 of it. It doesn't seem like she brings it up again. But she said a lot in those 2 minutes that I just want to dig into a little deeper. So it's towards the beginning, and she's talking about wanting to have kids and start a family, and her, like, what's been preventing her from doing that is not meeting the right person, which sure, that's fine. People can relate to that. And then goes on to say, she tells the host she wants to start by having twins and maybe have one or two more after that. And the host says, well, can't really plan on having twins. And she says, well, we've been doing IVF, so we can pick twins if we want to. And yeah, that's her exact quote. We have been doing IVF so I can pick twins if I like. And then she says, I think every woman should do this. And then the next thing she says about it is IVF is the only way to 100% get that, as in having twins that are one boy and one girl. So that was just a mouthful. And it's like what she's saying isn't wrong, but it's not right either. Like, that implanting one boy and one girl embryo is only possible with IVF. And then, but as far as to like actually make that into a pregnancy that has a boy and a girl and they both are born healthily, like, it's not a 100% guarantee. So it's just like an overly optimistic and simplified mentality of that. So like, somebody who's actually trying to go through IVF treatment wouldn't see it as 100% guarantee. And to choose to do IVF just to pick the sex or to pick twins or whatever isn't most people's experience either. So in that way, she's really out of touch with the reasons that someone might be doing IVF. Most people aren't doing it by choice. They're doing it as an only option type thing. And then another thing that's out of touch is that every woman should do it. It's just not going to be an option for most people. It's a big financial barrier to do. And luckily, not everyone needs to do it either. So I'm thankful that it's an option, but it's not something that everyone has to do or should do. It depends on your situation. There's a lot of situations where I could see that it would be beneficial for family planning and fertility and stuff, but to say that every woman should just be doing IVF to have more control or choices or whatever is problematic. And I guess something that I had problems with, other than it being inaccurate, what she was saying is that news articles that mentioned this, like, said she was opening up about doing IVF. It's like, what did she open up about? There was no, like, she didn't present any struggle that she was having. She just said that she was doing it. She didn't like say like, oh, we've been struggling to have kids for a long time. She's doing it because she wants to pick the sex of her baby and to have twins. It's like there's no major revelation there. So I realize we shouldn't put a lot of stock into what Paris Hilton has to say. Like, based on her upbringing, she has almost no chance on being in touch with what other people are going through. But since not a lot of people in the public eye talk about fertility stuff. It's like some of the main things that people might hear about IVF are through people like this. So it's upsetting to have her be the mouthpiece for others that are going through this, because that's not a lot of people's experience, is just picking this treatment for that choice on how many embryos and what sex. So let me know what you think about it. Please comment on this video, like and subscribe. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next week.